Hi guys, I'm Erica. Welcome to Hack Your Health. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a broth using chicken feet. So chicken feet look like this, and you can buy them from a local farm, from a butcher, or from an Asian or Chinese supermarket, and probably other places too, but that's where I've been able to find them. Chicken feet are a great source of collagen or gelatin, which is the cooked form of collagen. And since they're made up entirely of bones, joints, ligaments, tendons, etc., they're a really great way to make a very nutrient-dense and gelatinous broth with a lot of flavor. Even though they're so nutritious, because they aren't that popular in North America, they're also very affordable. So you can get a really great value for your money by making a broth out of chicken feet. These are very popular in other cultures, and especially Chinese culture, where most of the chicken feet from North America are sold. And you can also add chicken feet to a different kind of broth to increase the gelatinous texture and the flavor of the soup. So let's say you have a chicken carcass and you want to make a soup out of it. You can add a few chicken feet if you want to, just to increase the flavor and the nutritional value of the soup. And as many of you probably know, on my channel I focus a lot on digestive health, and bone broth in general is very good for healing digestion, as well as good for skin health and hair growth and many other important benefits, because about 25% of the protein in your body is collagen. So it's really important to get a lot of collagen in your diet. I'm going to make a video about that in the next few days, so if you're interested, you can look for that one. So anyways, that's enough chatter, and let's get started with the cooking. So the first step is to blanch the chicken feet. I'm just going to dump them into a pot and submerge them in cold water. Once they're submerged, just turn it on to high until it comes to a boil. So I'm going to put the lid on and let this come to a boil, and once it boils, I'm going to turn it down to a simmering temperature and let it simmer for 10 minutes. While that heats up, I'm going to prepare my vegetables, which is very easy. I'm just going to cut the very ends off these carrots, which you don't even have to do, but these ones look a little sad to me, so I'm just going to cut them off. And I'm just going to cut my celery into small enough pieces to fit in the bowl. Or in the pot, I should say. This one's pretty dirty, so I'll just cut that off because someone commented in my last video that there was dirt on the celery. It really is fine if there is, in my opinion, because these are organic vegetables and we are designed to eat a certain amount of dirt on our food, and it's actually unnatural that we don't eat any, in my opinion. Then I'm just going to peel an onion. Remove the first 1 or 2 layers of the skin, and then cut it into quarters. So there we are. That is all of the vegetables that we need. You could also add ginger or whole cloves of garlic or anything else that you'd like. This is just for flavor, really. So you could get a little bit experimental, but this is what I like to do in a simple broth. At this point, you can see, if I take the lid off, that this is almost boiling and there's quite a bit of foam happening here. So basically the point of this blanching process is to kind of remove some of the impurities from the stock to make it taste better. It's just starting to boil now, and I'm just going to turn it down to maybe 4 on my stove, which is kind of halfway between low and medium. And it looks like it's going to boil over, so I'm just going to lift it. So maybe I'll keep it a little bit lower than that. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it so it doesn't boil over, and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So the chicken feet have been boiling for about 10 minutes, and this is what they look like now. The next step is to drain off this water and thoroughly rinse these feet under cold water. So once your vegetables are in the pot, you just add your chicken feet, and then you can salt generously. You can also add some pepper if you want. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and the vinegar is acidic, so it helps draw the minerals out of the bones. And then I'm going to fill it up with cold water. I'm now gonna cover it, and usually I let bone broth sit for about an hour with the vinegar and the cold water just to start drawing the minerals out of the bones. But it's a little bit late at night right now, so I'm actually going to skip that step. So that step is definitely optional, but if you have more time, I definitely recommend it. So what I'm going to do is turn it up to about a medium-high sort of temperature. That's going to gradually bring this up to a boil. And once it starts to boil, I'm going to try and catch it as soon as possible so it doesn't boil for a really long time. And then turn it down to a low temperature so it's just simmering. So a nice gentle simmer. And I'm going to keep it at that simmer for about 12 hours. 24 hours is also great, and I would say a minimum of 5 hours. I've also just added some leftover bones from a chicken that I made last night, and somewhere in here is a piece of ginger. So this piece of ginger was kind of going bad on one end. You can see where I cut it off there, and the rest of it was still pretty much fine, and that'll also add really good flavor to the soup. So that's the other thing you can kind of do with soups, is use produce that may have been left too long and still kind of good but not as tasty as fresh produce, and the ends of vegetables and the stalks that you can't really eat. So the stalk of kale, for example, would go well in soup. So that's the other use of this, is to just kind of use up some of those leftovers. So I'd say it's been about half an hour, and this is just about to boil, and I'm gonna start skimming some of this froth off the top. So that's pretty good. You don't need to get absolutely all of it, just kind of get the bigger pieces of this. And then it's nice to just give this a little bit of a stir occasionally, but really don't need to do that very much. I'm gonna put the lid back on and make sure that it stays at around this or at a bit less of a simmer. Okay, so it's the next morning, and this has been simmering for about 12 hours now. It's not at a total simmer right now because I turned it down a little when I got up in the morning, but it was simmering up until about half an hour ago. So this is what it looks like now. You can see that these chicken pieces have really started to fall apart. That's a bone from my chicken, not one of these bones. So you can see they've really started to just fall apart, which is exactly what you want. There's a nice yellow color here, that kind of classic chicken soup color, and that's just from the chicken and these ingredients. I didn't add anything like turmeric or anything really yellow to this. So I'm just going to turn this off now, and what I like to do is just have a cup of this in the morning when I wake up. So I just like to have a pot of this while it's still hot, or a cup of it I should say. And what I do is I just add a little bit of cold water so that it doesn't take so long to cool down, because I find this top layer of fat kind of insulates this and makes it cool down very slowly. So normally I wait about an hour or so before straining this, just because it's so hot. But today I'm just going to strain it now, and that's also fine. It also cools down faster once you strain it and then put it in smaller containers, so I'll just let it cool down in smaller containers today. So there you are. Straining is done, and this is what the finished broth looks like. So very nice color. You can see that there's lots of flavor in it, basically by all the little fat bubbles and the richness of the color. So there is our batch of chicken foot broth, all ready to be stored in the fridge or freezer or eaten. So that's how you make a chicken foot broth, and I really hope you liked this video and found it helpful. And if you did, please let me know by pushing like. And if you'd like to know more about why I started making bone broth and cooking different kinds of foods, I have a story about healing Crohn's disease on my channel, as well as other recipes and informational videos if you're interested. So that would really apply to anyone who's interested in healing their digestion or who's suffering with an autoimmune disease. I hope that you could find some of that relevant and helpful. And if so, then please subscribe, because I'll be continuing to make videos about that. And thank you so much for watching, and all the best on your healing journey. Okay, bye.